Hey, you with the face. Welcome.
Welcome to the I Regret Nothing podcast.
I Regret Nothing podcast.
Groovy.
With MikeJ and Pedro.
I regret nothing.
I regret nothing.
We regret nothing.
I regret everything. Everything I've ever done. Number 42, guys. We're at number 42. That is the ultimate answer, I believe.
I know that reference.
You do. It's also a retired number in baseball. Jackie Robinson's number. Last player to wear number 42, Mariano Rivera.
Facts of life right there.
Yeah, Pedro, do you know what sport I'm talking about?
Baseball?
There you go. Good. You really do know our pastimes over here. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I had to study something before I joined you guys.
That's true. You had to learn about Americana.
I had to learn about everything, you guys.
Like the citizenship test.
What are the three branches of government? American government, Pedro.
Filthy.
You did it. You
There we
know
go.
all about
There,
us.
just one.
There's only three of us here today. It would appear that the Baguette Boy is sleeping because it's something like 4 a.m. in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing he was up late doing stuff. So I don't know. It's just going to be the three of us today. Hopefully you guys have a lot to say because I didn't look over this topic list at all.
Really?
Hopefully.
You never do, huh? Somebody's saying you're...
I'm more of a talking head. I'm less of a knowledgeable podcast guy.
Okay, that's fair.
You're an ideas guy.
Ideas guy.
man, Michael. That's why I bring in my onesie-wearing Steven on the top right there. Everybody say hi. He's wearing what appear to be a denim onesie.
He's
And
Mario.
then we have partially vaccinated Pedro down there.
No,
on the
I'm
bottom
fully
line.
vaccinated.
Have you had
One
it for
dose.
2 weeks?
It's a one dose thing.
Yeah, but you still have to wait 2 weeks after.
Yeah, that's right.
Vaccinated. So technically, you're only partially vaccinated, and he fainted. Everybody. He's got a little
So
black eye
fun.
right now. You can't see it. He's turned off to the right a little bit.
Okay.
His eye is all beat up because the Janssen vaccine allegedly causes fainting, or
Jansen.
Pedro's a little bitch. I don't know which one it is.
One of the
I'm not a
other.
little bit. There's actually an investigation.
Okay.
An investigation.
Maybe next podcast we'll have the results of that investigation.
Yeah, it's gonna say everybody who fainted is a bitch.
It reacts poorly with Portuguese DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see yesterday that LA County reinstituted their mask mandate.
Somebody's saying that your mic needs a boost.
Mine?
Mike. Yeah.
All right, I'll turn it up a little bit. How is that sounding? Is that better? Do I sound like I'm as loud as the fainting bitch?
Oh.
Anyway, mask mandate back in LA. They had a ton of new cases, but basically they're saying that almost 100% of the new cases that are being hospitalized are not vaccinated.
Oh.
In a surprise to just about nobody, water is also wet.
Oh.
God damn it.
Oh, shit.
Don't people want to get to 5G? 5G is fun.
Yeah, man.
5G? You want a little 5G?
5G is fun.
Yeah, I agree. Somebody is saying that I'm panned to the left, which actually I kind of see that in OBS, but I don't know how to fix that. That I don't know. It's just showing that on the left channel I'm louder than the right channel.
Oh.
If somebody knows how to fix that, please let me know.
There are some technical issues right here.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
Don't listen to this podcast with headphones. Are you afraid someone will hear?
Yeah, I just don't want to be panned weird. I don't
I mean,
understand.
It's easier if somebody catches you watching porn.
Yeah.
At least you can explain what it is. Okay, I'm watching porn, okay? But
Just
if
let
they-
the whole subway car know that you're listening to us.
The balance is centered perfectly. I don't get it.
I'm
I don't get it. Why am I not the tech guy that I should be?
That's weird.
It's because of your left-leaning political views.
Because I'm a leftist.
Yeah, that's why.
Got it.
You lefty.
Or commie, as some people would call me.
Mm-hmm.
Not a communist.
With
Don't
a
know
lefty?
why that's a thing. But, yeah, well, oh well. I guess I lean to the left. My dick hangs to the left. And my audio
Mine too.
also is left-leaning. I like my audio feed, guys. I like it. I'm not going to fix it.
Everything to the left, even your dick.
Make more weapons in Postal 4.
Okay, we will.
Sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sure. That's probably one of the easiest things we could do in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we've added plenty of weapons, though. I mean, I realize it's not Postal 2 on Steam levels of weapons, right? Like, but that's many years of mod weapons added to the base game, right? Like,
Yeah, for the base game, it's a
Postal
nice
2
standard.
did not ship with that many weapons.
And we are just like this. Take all the weapons.
Yeah, we just
It
have
comes with
all
skins.
the money.
It
We
comes
almost
with
have,
skins
we almost
and
have
everything.
34,000 subscribers on the YouTube now.
Whoa.
But do you know how many we have on the I Regret Nothing podcast YouTube?
3.
0.
234.
Ah. That's
That's-
close.
I think that's as many as it was months
No,
ago.
we haven't added any. So if you're watching this on the Running with Scissors YouTube channel, or if you're listening to this on your favorite podcast app later on, if you could go subscribe to our new YouTube channel, I Regret Nothing podcast. Just, look it up at the top. I realize that you're going to feel like what a bunch of losers they are with 234 followers. But with your help, we can hit 300.
Yeah.
You get to be one of the OGs.
Yeah.
If we get to 500, MikeJ will strip naked for all
Wow.
of you.
Yeah, sure.
And if
I
that
think
doesn't...
if we hit 500, Yaffe should buy one of those really cool, like, summer onesies.
Oh, yes,
and
yes,
wear
yes,
it
yes,
with
yes.
a pair of
A
pumps.
romp him.
Yeah, romp him. And then you should wear it with a pair of pumps, and you should, like, model it on the podcast.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely, man.
I think that would be fucking sexy, man. Oh, look,
Fucking sexy.
Matthew just wrote that he's gonna be a little bit late. If he
Matthew.
joins this, it will fuck all of our video feeds up. Tell him to not join. Somebody write in the chat, do not join. I am not fixing all of
I
these
will.
goddamn things. So, I mean, our Thursday update's been out for a while. What's the response been, Pedro? You're the one that's directly tuned in to the commune.
Where are we? Oh, the Phil
Thursday.
Spencer
Oh,
issue.
you weren't
Yeah.
listening to me.
I was trying to tell Matt not to come inside.
Good idea. He should definitely not come.
Don't come.
Don't come.
Don't come.
Don't ever come. Don't ever
Okay,
come.
Marcin is saying he'll join nudes. That's fun. Okay, so where are we?
I was talking about the Thursday update. I said that it's been out for a little while now for Postal 4, and you are the person that is, in tune with the community. What's the response been like to that?
Oh, the response has been quite positive, I think. We are still taking care of performance issues. We got a hot fix coming up with a lot of fixes. You guys have been very vocal about it in the forums, and we will push a lot of fixes that you guys have been...
What is that noise?
Roosters
my chicken.
love Thursday.
Holy shit, man. Can you go
It's
do
like
your
a farm in
podcast?
here.
Can you go do your podcast away from the barn?
I'll try.
It's
It's a very small village.
Some loud shit, dude.
But yeah,
I hope that the listeners can hear. Holy crap.
I hope they don't.
Why is this happening at night? It's nighttime there, isn't it?
It's not. It's not.
What time is it? 7 p.m.?
It's 7 p.m.
Do roosters usually make this noise at 7 p.m.?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
All day. I can't even sleep because of it.
Yeah,
It's a nice
you
sounding
know what?
cock.
Deadborg says it's the sound of children in his basement. And
What can I say? I have a huge cock.
It seems like it's very close. Very close.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you have Postal 4, if you haven't gotten Postal 4, that means we have released 4 out of 5 days now. That means we're getting close to the end here. One more day, and then a little bit of time to clean everything up, and then we'll have 1.0 out. It'll be out before you know it. I mean, it's been something like 21 months since we released Postal 4 on Early Access. So it looks like it'll be done in about 2 years. That's not an extremely long time for a game to be in early access, I don't think.
No.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's a reasonable amount of time. I can't say that when the game is in 1.0 it's actually done, because you know how we do. Our games are just not ever done.
Never, ever, ever.
And it's probably not even remotely close to what you guys would consider good. But you'll have some fun. Hell Skull, no, Saturday and Sunday will not be included. They will be an add-on. So you're going to have to get that later. But we're not going to be making it right away. We're probably going to spend some time in the post 1.0 aftermath fixing the game. And then at some point, we will have a team start working on some DLC. And hopefully, with a little luck, we'll have a team start working on remaking Postal 2. Nothing official. That's not for sure. It's just in our wish list of things to do. And also, Brain Damage will come out. We're not working on that. That's Hyper Strange. They're doing a great job. There's going to be a demo later this year, probably. So keep your balls to the ground, and maybe you'll hear something coming.
Yeah, if everything goes well, you'll get a demo this year and the game 2022.
Early next year.
Yeah.
And also, maybe we can have a small team finish Assault and Battery. That'd be great. That'd be cool.
Ooh.
Yeah. I know you guys don't know a lot about that game yet, but it's sort of hinted at all over the place in Postal 4. It's a game we were making on VR. It's about toys. Adult toys, but toys. And not sex
You can
toys,
play with
just
toys.
Adult toys.
Action figures.
What engine is the Postal 2 remake using? It's using the Chicken engine.
Yeah.
What engine do we use here, guys?
I think it's Unity.
V8.
Yeah, we're going to stop everything we're doing. We're going to forget all the assets and everything we've done, and we're going to remake Postal 2 in Unity. So we basically start from the ground up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to make the Postal 2 remake cost as much as humanly possible.
CryEngine 2.
Build. We should use Build.
Leaked Frostbite.
I think Build would be better. No, we're using Unreal 4. That's what we're using. It's just the way it is. Part of the reason we made Postal 4 was because we were working on a remake of Postal 2, and we realized it was just too big of a project to make a remake on. So we transitioned over to Postal 4. Once Postal 4 is done, we will have a giant base of assets and code base, and we can probably sort of piece together Postal 2 remake pretty easily in Unreal 4. So that's what you'll be looking at it in. Not Unity, and not Build, not CryEngine, and not the other one.
And not RPG Maker as well.
We're going to do it in Minecraft, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
there's Minecraft skins actually.
I'm sure there are. I heard that you can move UE4 to UE5. Okay, so technically, yes, it will probably be on UE5 as long as that's out by the time that we're making this game. Yeah, even Postal 4 will probably get upgraded to Unreal 5 once it's out. I mean, it's not going to be some major engine rebuild. It's supposedly going to be a pretty easy migration. So just assume anything we have on UE4 will be upgraded except maybe Postal Redux, because we're not spending a fucking penny on that game until you guys buy it. And I know some of you will say, I own Postal Redux. It's really cool. Well, guess what? Not enough people do. We're not big on abandoning products, but you got to buy them. That's how they have tails in life.
No interest, no support.
Phil Spencer has concerns about video game preservation. What is this? Tell me about it. I didn't read the link.
They're endangered.
Endangered species. Because
Video games are, or what is the specific concern here?
the specific concern is about the exclusivity to consoles. But I think it's funny that Phil Spencer is talking about it, because he's the person who wants people to buy Xbox Game Pass. Fucking cock. And every time people buy on Xbox Game Pass, it's a temporary thing. They are just renting a game. And yeah, I mean, I also have a problem with console exclusive games just because of the whole preservation issues. Because some games like Metal Gear Solid 4 are only on the PS3, for example. Now, if people want to play that game again in another console or anywhere else, they need to go to an emulator. That's the only way. So I think he makes a good point about games not being properly preserved, and same applies to certain cancelled games that some people try to leak but they can't. So yeah, but still at the same time it's funny that he said it because of the whole Xbox Game Pass thing. It's a temporary, it's a live service, so it's funny in my opinion.
I just fixed my microphone.
Yay!
Somebody
Can you already
mentioned
hear
that he
well?
doesn't think I'm using my main mic, and he is partially correct. This new mic I have, this Shure, is a XLR and a USB mic, and I had it set to use the XLR portion of it. And for some reason, the channels were off on it. So now I've switched over to the USB portion. So it should sound good. Looks like Jay's over there jerking off. He corrected it. Everybody should be happy now. When I export this into an audio file later, I will just make it mono. So nobody will hear this. Everybody who's listening to this on podcast later is going to be like, what the fuck are these clowns talking about? Well, if you don't listen live, you don't get to live the drama that we live by doing this live.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go fuck yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Seth.
They all say I'm sounding good now. Thank you. Am I sounding good enough to do a little ASMR?
Oh yeah.
Oh, but then you need the channels.
ASMR.
Can you eat some pineapple pizza for
My
ASMR?
favorite part of every ASMR video is where they just repeatedly say ASMR.
Yeah.
Do you like my new tattoo? Do you like my new tattoo, Yaf?
Cock
Yeah.
and ball torture.
Esports team tells players they'll get fired on camera with a Bud Light sponsorship. So I did see this the other day, and I didn't watch it, so I wasn't quite sure what happened. So they were basically fired live.
No.
They lost a League of Legends championship, and then the team leader had a meeting with them that they shared, where he basically was like, "You guys need to get your shit together. This may not be the same team of 5 next season. So like some of you might be fired soon," is basically what he said. And then it cut to a Bud Light ad.
Oh, that's cool. Bud
so
Light's been killing it lately. I see they're sponsoring a bunch of players on the Tampa Bay Lightning after they won the Stanley Cup, because Nikita Kucherov was like having a topless. He like had his shirt off and was doing his pressers after winning, all while drinking his Bud Lights. So now they're sponsoring firing esports team players too. That's got to be some.
Kind of a developer diary type thing gone too far.
Yeah, that's
Swung too far into the letting fans inside the process.
right. That's not right. They shouldn't do that. Did the person doing it know they were live streaming?
I don't know. I don't know if they were live streaming or if they filmed this and then published it.
It's like going on the real world and forgetting that there's cameras following you.
They did take the video down and put up an apology.
Oh, well, that means
That's so late now.
Yeah, no, it's way.
retractions. Retractions don't work.
No.
The damage control is so pathetic. Like, they are going to threaten to fire people and then say, sponsored by Bud Light. Fuck.
I mean, you do have to sponsor things, even if it's just a firing, right? Like, haven't you seen European soccer jerseys? They're covered in ads.
That's true.
I just hope that when you fire me, Mike, that it's sponsored.
It's going to be sponsored by
Dildo.
no, it's going to be sponsored by some new form of onesie outfit or super short shorts.
Sponsored by Manischewitz.
Sponsored by Mad Dog 2020, which is bottled in the same facility as Manischewitz.
Oh,
Nice.
They're the same bottle of garbage.
they're both violence.
Yeah.
That's sponsorship done right. That's
Do
how
you
it
even
should
know
be.
what Manischewitz is, Pedro?
I don't know, but I know the other things.
You know what Mad Dog is?
No.
Okay, so Manischewitz is it is really, really nasty Jewish wine that you buy in like the horrible part of the supermarket, like the crappy part of the wine area. And
Damn.
Mad Dog 2020 is also super crappy wine that
So it's like $1 wine, or
it's a little more than that, but it's very sweet. It's not really a drinking wine per se. Like Manischewitz is meant to be like, I'm not a religious person, but something in temple where you make people take a little sip of it, right? Like a
Yeah.
I don't know, sacrament. Is that what that's called? I don't know.
Yeah, it's part of the sacrament.
Yeah, so it's not really drinking wine. Mad Dog, on the other hand, is definitely drinking wine that people buy, but it's the same shit, and it is disgusting.
oh damn.
Yeah. So if you're ever at
Rip
the
your skull
store,
open.
if you're ever at the store looking at wine and you see something that says M/D 2020, I don't know if they have it in Portugal. That's Mad Dog.
Mad Dog. Okay.
It's disgusting. Anyway, there's your wine lesson, Pedro.
Now I know what to buy when people ask me for wine.
Mad Dog, so it's my favorite.
Yes, this has been Americans telling Europeans what wine to buy.
Yeah. Jay Morse says Mad Dog 2020 is I am poor and I need to get drunk wine.
You ever had Porto wine
Port?
from Portugal?
Port wine?
Yeah.
Sure. Here you usually get little tiny glasses of port wine. Little port flight. And they're all very sweet, just like Mad Dog. Deadpool in the MCU with Korg.
With Korg.
With Korg. The big guy.
I'm just happy it's Ryan Reynolds. Okay.
Were they talking about it being someone else?
I mean, fuck. It's possible. we never know, because sometimes with the MCU they take some liberties with the actors.
What
I don't
about OG Deadpool Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah. Deadpool from X-Men Origins.
from the Wolverine Origins film. That was horrible. And I realized that wasn't Ryan Reynolds' fault per se, but that really didn't help.
Yeah, not his fault though.
The version of that movie that I watched, and I never watched it again, was a screener that leaked of that. There was like an unfinished screener of Wolverine Origins that leaked, and like all the special effects weren't done. So like that whole fight at the end on the top of that power plant, like it wasn't even completely animated and it was very poor. And I just remember watching this thinking how bad it was, and I was like, well, maybe because it's not done. And then the movie came out and all of the reviews were not good.
It was like 90s Power Rangers effects.
I know. And it's like all these good actors. Liev Schreiber was he's awesome.
Yeah.
But he was terrible in that film.
Great casting.
You can't say Ryan Reynolds was terrible. They literally sewed his mouth shut.
Yeah.
And when he was in it at the beginning, he was funny. But then...
Yeah, they just take some liberties to butcher everything.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds is to Deadpool what Johnny Depp is to Pirates of the Caribbean. I guess. I haven't watched a Pirates movie since the second one. They just all run together to me.
That makes me imagine like a version of Pirates of the Caribbean where it's Eddie Murphy style and just every character is Johnny Depp.
I could see that.
That would be amazing.
That reminds me, I do need to watch Coming to America.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it yet, and I did want to watch the original first because I obviously haven't seen that in a really long time.
Mm.
But right now, I'm on a Sopranos binge, so I'm rewatching Sopranos. It's been a while. It's good stuff. Have you seen it, you guys? Have you seen Sopranos?
Never seen it. I've been recommended a lot of times, but I've never seen it.
Well, it's good.
That's why everyone says gabagool.
Gabagoo. Well, they do have the pork store, so if you ever need any gabagoo.
Gabago there.
Warner Brothers won't be selling NetherRealm Studios after all. I guess that was on the table?
That was on the table.
Who are they going to be selling it to?
I'm just hoping they don't sell Rocksteady now. I was very, very, very concerned about NetherRealm being sold because where would the Mortal Kombat universe be at?
I have
one.
been getting Mortal Kombat Postal Dude stuff now every day.
Wow.
Really?
Well, I think it's been for a while, but it's been more since we put the chain scythe in the game.
That'll do it.
Yeah. I was thinking we should add an upgrade to the chain scythe, or just like an alternate, so it's just the scorpion spear, and then it changes the chain scythe to a little spear, and then you can pull them over.
Get over here!
Get over here! Yeah, I think that would be our love letter to Ed, and then maybe he'll put the postal dude in there. He'll be like, "Why would the postal dude be in here? Is he a good fighter?" And we'd be like, "No." He'd be
He's
like,
a good killer.
Does he? I guess. He doesn't have any powers, though.
He could pee.
Every time he wants to do something, he has to smoke a little catnip. And then he has powers. And he's got powers.
Postality.
What about Postal Dude in Guilty Gear?
I don't even know what that is.
It's an anime fighting game.
You know what? I do know what that is. Never played it, though. But I do know what it is. I was going to wear one of the new Running with Scissors hats today. We don't have them in stock yet, but I do have a sample. Then I forgot it at home. So this was going to be an ad for the new hats. They are also gray. One of them is gray like this. It has a big, weird-looking Running with Scissors thing up here.
Matt, picture a hat.
Little alien head down here. And then we have another one that just has a little Running with Scissors, like a black hat. It's like a dad hat, the kind of stuff the stuff that looks like you don't know what you're wearing. Has a little Running with Scissors logo, yellow on a black hat, and on the back there's a little alien head. We're gonna have both of those hats in soon. I'm having the factory make some new samples because there were some problems, but they're pretty good, and I will assume we will have them in the next 90 days. Let's give it 90 days. By then,
if you like
they will
stuff,
not be here before I turn 40. Because that happens in one short month and 8 days. A month and 8 days. So yeah, if you wanted to get in your 40-year-old jokes, it's coming. I wanted to switch it over to our fan of the week. Here it is. This is a nice piece of art by Coat Hanger Man.
Well, look at that.
Man.
Coat Hanger Man made this really, really cool, very dark image of the postal dude. It's pretty cool, though.
That's cool.
It's sexy.
So if you guys want to shout out to him, just get on Twitter and look up KOATHANGER Man, Coat Hanger Man, and you can see his art. I'm sure Pedro will repost that today just for people to see.
Yes, I will.
Post a little congratulations for the fan of the week.
I actually told him beforehand, you might want to watch a podcast today.
Yeah, good idea.
It looks like if a postal dude sent Samurai Jack into the future.
Yeah.
That's what postal dude would look like.
Yeah, something like that.
It's pretty cool. I like it. I like this art style. Tidbits is asking, will the postal fudge pack ever be reprinted? Yes, it will. I'm not going to do it for a little while, though. I'd like to get closer to running out of postal 20ths right now. And then we'll go back to a new fudge pack. We'll repackage it with postal redux inside. Maybe some new artwork. We've been printing the same postal fudge pack since like 2006. So we'll get a new fudge pack going. But if you're looking for all the products in one package, the postal 20th is only $20 now. So grab your copy of Postal 20. It's a labor of love. Putting those together is a real fucking pain in the ass. That's why I've got children doing it right now. Not little children, like 18-year-old children. Our art director's daughter is now folding boxes. My sister-in-law is now folding boxes. Those are not the most fun thing to do on earth. So if you order a Postal 20th and you go, man, it really looks like people put their heart and soul into this thing. I used to, but I haven't folded any in a while. I folded the first couple thousand. So grab a Postal 20th for your friends. Get a nice crotchy nut rag inside of there. Mm-hmm. If you want the nut rag to be used, just make sure you put in the notes in your order, I want the crotchy nut rag to be used. And I will hear you, and I will oblige.
We'll jerk off with it.
I didn't say that.
Do anything you want.
Said he would use it.
I would use it. Okay. Stop being disgusting, Pedro.
Oh.
We're a company. We employ people. Yeah, Pedro's not.
Yeah.
Pedro doesn't get it.
Nah, I get it.
He doesn't get it.
He will jerk off to it. I know it.
Yeah. Hideo Kojima says, Death Stranding, the director's cut, is not a director's cut. Riddle me that one.
I don't know. I'm confused as well. Like,
He
it's
just
like
got
him
into a
saying,
semantic argument with himself about what a director's cut means versus what additional content means.
Does it mean that he didn't actually recut it himself?
No. Absolutely not.
You know what? I have thought about replaying the game on my PS5. Maybe I'll do it when this director's cut comes out. Maybe.
Because there's going to be like a racing mini game, so the fact that it has extra content means that it's not a director's cut. It means it's a
re-release.
Gautier edition.
Yeah, a Gautier.
Yeah, it's a Gautier and Kimbra edition.
I don't know. I actually did like Death Stranding quite a bit. The first 10 hours, not so much. They were very, very painful and slow and just lots of walking. But once you get a bunch of vehicles and you figure out how to properly fight the BTs, everything gets a lot easier. I mean, easier is the wrong word. Just more fun.
It's not for everybody, but
it is
it's
definitely not for everybody. I mean, I'm a pretty big sci-fi fan, and I don't know what the fuck is going on in that shit. No clue.
You never do when it's Hideo Kojima. It's impossible. If even a director's cut isn't a director's cut, what is the game?
It's a good question. Joey wants to know what my thoughts are on the Dexter reboot this fall. It's not really a reboot, is it? It's
It's a
it's
sequel.
just it's just like an actual final season. They're continuing.
They just want to
They're
kinda
continuing the
pretend.
stinger from the last episode, right? Like, he's a lumberjack now. He's hiding.
He's okay. He
He's
works all
okay.
night and he sleeps all day.
Right. So, I don't have a huge problem with it. I wouldn't say I'm overly excited for it. Like, there is nostalgia when I see the trailers and I see his smile and the music. But I really didn't love the last 3 seasons of that show. So,
I just want to know if he's finally going to get his sister out of his laboratory.
deep in the ocean.
Yeah.
His
Don't
deep
press
ocean.
that button.
His deep ocean laboratory. I think they should do a Dexter 6 Feet Under crossover where he falls in love with himself.
Oh, like Loki.
Like Loki. Just like Loki. And we get to see what everybody wants to do, where he makes out with a female version of himself.
That would be hot.
Very hot.
Spoiler
Very
alert. Letterkenny is also going to have a spin-off coming this. Is it coming this year? Is it coming out later this year?
I think it is.
It's all about one of the most annoying characters on Letterkenny. And I don't know.
The best character.
Shorzy's funny, but it gets old pretty quickly.
I can't get enough. I just keep trying to see how they will fit everything together for a spin-off with just
That's
not
what I'm
just Shorzy,
saying.
but,
Like, we already love all these characters. There better be some new, better characters.
This sounds like we're almost running parallel with how Patrick Star is getting a spin-off from SpongeBob.
Patrick Star is a much more major character in the SpongeBob universe. Him having his own show makes a lot of sense.
I guess.
I mean,
I'd
just
actually
not very-
rather a Squidward show, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Just like this show about a guy that hates everything all the time and he's ultra negative.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they kind of know that most people really like Shorzy, so they thought, okay, let's try something new. And I'm just trying
you know
to
what?
understand how to.
I'd
do
rather a
it.
show about Gale.
Yeah.
Or
So you're saying this is more like if Rick and Morty did a spin-off that was just about Pickle Rick.
yes, or any number of obscure characters from Rick and Morty.
But just like the one character that got the most memes.
Yeah, or Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Mr. Poopy Butthole, yeah, exactly.
Right, like I'm planning to get a Mr. Poopy Butthole tattoo at some point. I still haven't done it.
On your
And-
anus?
No, that's not visible enough.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I don't know. It's an obscure character, so I guess I get it. But Shorzy is just fucking annoying. He's a good hockey player, though. I
it will
got
be
mad
interesting.
respect for his hockey skills.
We will see Wayne and Shorzy together somehow.
Yes.
There we go.
Same shot. Or a show about Mrs. McMurray. I think that would be a real winner.
Yeah, that will be a real winner. Or the Cocks. The Cocks will be fun.
Well, there is a show about the Cocks. It's
No, not
called
the Cocks, the
Trailer Park
Dicks.
Boys. The Dicks. There you go.
The Dicks.
Um,
the Cocks.
Let's move on from Letterkenny. Witcher 3. New free DLC based on the Netflix show. Based on the first season?
Guess so.
I guess so.
That's
We
cool.
don't know much yet, but
It's
that's
probably
cool.
just going to be like cosmetic things, probably no actual missions or story content. But they could surprise us, who knows?
Did you guys like the teaser for the new season?
I mean, I don't know. The first season, in my opinion, I don't know if I'm going to even watch the second season.
I forgot you're a hater.
Yeah.
I forgot
hate
you're
it.
just mad because Dandelion didn't get older.
I'm mad because the show got really bad in the
The
later
show
episodes.
spanned about 60 years, and the Bard was the same age the entire time.
Well, that was part of the problem, is they kept jumping in time but didn't indicate it in any way.
I
So if you
forgot.
weren't-
You need a laugh track, and
I need a laugh track.
you need a chyron that says 20 years later.
That would have
15
been
years
a miss.
prior.
I also
SpongeBob
needed.
to
I
me,
actually
that's-
thought it paid off pretty cool, them not telling you that it was jumping and then you realize it was jumping. I thought that was a good reveal.
Yeah, I could see that. What really killed it for me was the dragon that looked like it was animated in the early 2000s.
Well, it was not a super high budget show, okay? And
Well, they
maybe the
should've-
second season will be.
They should have. There's creative ways you can get around it. I don't know.
Just not have one.
Or just have it be like in the darkness, off screen a little bit.
Listen, not everything can be Game of Thrones level of dragons, okay?
That's true.
Netflix doesn't have a lot of money,
No, they don't.
A Mr. Poopy
They're a small
Butthole
indie
spinoff.
company.
Ronald says a Mr. Poopy Butthole spinoff would be much better than a Pickle Rick one, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it, but it's going to be very controversial.
Okay.
Pickle Rick is very overrated.
Oh no.
I said
Oh
it.
no.
I said it.
Gosh.
I
Do
said
you
it.
do you think Szechuan sauce is overrated too?
No.
I would hope not, my friend. This season of Rick and Morty has been real hit or miss for me. Have you guys watched it yet?
No.
I haven't.
God,
But,
I mean, some of it's been funny, but some of it's not. And like this last episode was all about Morty's jizz.
Oh, that's good.
And it started good, started really funny, and then there was just a long lull in the middle that wasn't great, and then the ending was okay.
I mean, it's pretty cool that this all just started from a cartoon Back to the Future parody where it was just Marty sucking on the Doc's balls over and over again. So
Yeah, I mean,
they took that joke
it's
pretty
not
far.
not super highbrow to start.
No.
There was one episode this season that was like super confusing, where like the whole family just kept dying over and over, but it was Rick kept saying, "Oh no, those are like fake versions of us to trick these space aliens that want to kill us." But like endlessly, like versions of them kept dying, and then it ended, and you were like, okay, that wasn't great. But Morty's jizz, that was okay. The Morty jizz episode was all right.
Yeah, I got
Dave-
Thanks for that.
Dave, on the other hand, this season, have you been watching Dave? Do you guys watch that show?
I know there's an anteater in the
Never
poster.
heard of it.
It's a show about Little Dicky. It's a show about Little Dicky coming up as a rapper. And it's pretty funny. The first season's really funny. This season has been very Safdie Brothers, if that makes any sense to you. Like, did you see Uncut Gems or Good Time? Very tense. Like, very, very tense. The whole second season is, like, very tense. Hell Skull knows. Dave is great. If you haven't watched Dave, I think you'd really like it, Yaffe. So it's on FX on Hulu, and it's pretty funny. So it's a pretty funny show about a white rapper, a white Jewish rapper. I'm sure you know who Little Dicky is.
So it's kind of like
do.
8 Mile.
No.
I don't know. I'm just.
No.
I never seen it.
No, it's just about a neurotic guy that thinks he's the best rapper on earth and how he's coming up. It's
Little Dicky
okay.
comes from better means than Marshall Mathers.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
yeah. He's more like from like 10 Mile or 12 Mile.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean, this is the reason we had this episode, was to talk about the new Valve hardware that'll probably be vapor before it ever comes out.
Hell yeah.
The Steam Deck.
Oh.
It's,
The Steam Deck.
I mean, Steam Deck.
Dick.
I actually have not read a lot of negative press about it whatsoever.
I saw that it maybe can't run some games that maybe would be a deal breaker for some people.
Postal 4.
Destiny 2. Some others.
Well, let's
mean-
remember, it is still a handheld.
Yes.
And it is not a handheld that people are making custom content for.
No.
But I did have a small conversation with Valve. For those that don't know, the Steam Deck is essentially a Switch that is running powerful enough hardware to play, quote, any of your games on Steam. I was a little skeptical. Obviously, I wrote my Valve rep, and I'm not going to get any hardware anytime soon. But he basically said it really doesn't have a problem with most games. So I guess the important one for us is that Postal 2 runs on there. And now Postal 2 is not exactly the most spec-heavy game, but it's also not optimized whatsoever. So maybe it'll run. Postal Redux should probably run okay. And Postal 4, maybe when we're done with it and we've optimized it a lot, it'll work much better on the Steam Deck. But that's actually a pretty cool little piece of tech. So what do you think about it, Pedro?
My only concern about it is the battery life, because most handhelds nowadays, their battery life isn't that great.
Like the
They are
Switch,
aiming
if you're
for-
playing hardcore games on the Switch, you don't have much more than 3 hours, right? 2.5.
Yeah, something like that. Here they are aiming for 2 hours of AAA gaming, and up to 8 hours for 2D games, small indie games.
Can you plug in an external battery to it? Like, can I use like an Anchor like battery bank?
I think they will sell a dock separately. I'm not sure how that will work. But
Not
you
a
can
dock,
use it as a
but I just mean
PC.
like, will I be able to plug in a micro USB or a USB-C cable to it that's plugged into my power brick, and it'll keep it powered?
Yeah, I suppose you can. I suppose there shouldn't be any issue with that. But then it fits the purpose of having a handheld that you
No,
can take everywhere.
no. You have to understand that your handheld isn't working for longer than 2 to 3 hours, period. So
Yeah.
if you want to play on an airplane for an 8-hour flight, you bring a power brick with you and you charge it while you play. I mean,
yeah,
think
sure.
about it this way. If you have a gaming laptop, like I have a very power-friendly gaming laptop, and it will not work for longer than 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours is a long time for a gaming laptop to stay alive unplugged, right?
The battery on my laptop
makes
hasn't
sense,
worked in
yeah.
years.
See? Like if you buy one of those fucking badass Alienware laptops, those are like 35 minutes unplugged if you run them at even medium specs.
That's very bad.
Yeah, they're horrible. And they require 2 power plugs.
Yeah, they're basically desktops that you can put in a backpack.
Yeah. Like I have a Razer gaming laptop, which is like the, slimline gaming laptop, but it has pretty good battery life. That said, if I run it at full specs, it's not going to last 2.5 hours.
Oh, absolutely not.
But the Steam Deck's not running games at full specs anyway, right? Like it's running them at 720p, something like that.
Yeah. And naturally, the whole open source thing and being able to install Windows if you want, that's a plus. I think they really, even Tim Sweeney thinks it's a good move by Valve. So,
Sweeney Tim.
wow.
Yeah, on
Sweeney
one
said
side
it.
of the aisle, he's like, "I will sue you," and on the other side, he's like, "Dope handheld, bro." The question is,
hilarious.
when is the Epic Games Store handheld coming?
Yeah.
They will give it for free with free games.
That's right.
Just so people use it.
Yes, please take these off of our hands. We need a write-off this year. Anyway,
But it will
Steam
still
Deck,
not
is
have a
it
card.
coming this year? Or
It's coming in December, I think.
No?
You can make a reservation now if your account is eligible. They are doing
Okay.
this whole anti-scalper thing, so you need an account that has a purchase before June, I think, something like that. They've
See if
done,
that works.
yeah, and you have to pay 4
Sounds like a good
euros.
idea. I don't know if it'll work, but
Yeah,
let's see if I can.
I think it
wishlist
will work. There's no way anybody with a new account can buy or actually reserve the Steam Deck. So we'll see. I think it's a good measure. I think they did the best they could.
If you go, well, I mean, it went up today. Is that what happened? It went up for reserve
Yeah.
today. The base one right now is expected order availability Q1. And the 512 one is Q2.
Oh damn!
And you can't reserve it. All the reserve buttons are grayed out, and it says reservation servers are busy. Please try again.
So I take it back. So they didn't do the best they could.
No.
Clearly, they still haven't upgraded their servers, because this is what happens when they release something big or a sale. Their servers just can't handle it. Which
Yeah,
is
that's not
happening right now.
great. Not great. Let's see if I
Not
try it
great,
on the
no.
web. I'm changing to the web right now to see if I can. We've done this
changing to the
before,
web.
haven't we? We've done this.
Yeah, with
I
the
think
with
so.
the PlayStation.
Actually, I can't even log in right now. I hit the login button and it's just oh, there it is. Finally got my
Damn.
Steam code. Finally. Let's see. Let's see if the website.
Watch
shows
Mike
everything.
trying to get a Valve deck. A Steam
I
deck, actually.
would venture to guess I will have alternate methods of getting one, but I would still put in a reservation.
Yeah. I mean, you just have to pay $5.
Valve Duke.
Yeah, I don't care about $5. Well, I do.
You can refund it anyways, so and those $5 counts towards the purchase, so it's fine. You don't spend anything.
Oh, it didn't take my code that time.
I actually got it reserved, just in case I don't want it. I just refund it.
Did you reserve the basic one?
I reserved the top tier because I'm not sure if I'm even going to buy it.
Oh, so
I just
you're
want a
getting
reservation there.
you're getting Portugal Customs. They're on Valve deck for
Yeah,
them.
you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay ICSS duties of $350.
No, because I think they come from the European warehouse, if I'm not mistaken.
I cannot get into the website. Their website is fucking borked.
Yeah.
I just keep getting my Steam Guard codes. Like, it just keeps giving me new ones over and over and over and over. Good
Yeah,
job,
I
guys.
heard somebody try to purchase anything and they couldn't. So, really fun stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. Hopefully we actually have game sales today. Oh, I got into the website finally. And reserve now buttons are all grayed out.
Oh, damn. So I guess I was lucky.
I don't understand what that actually means. Like, what is the difference between a reserve server and their normal game sale servers?
Here's the thing. If you reserve it, you are guaranteed that you will get in December. At least that's what they told.
Not anymore.
No? Not anymore?
Yeah.
Oh,
they
God.
all say Q1, and then Q2.
What have they done?
Well, I'm just venturing to guess that for the first like 10,000 it said Q4.
Oh, damn.
I was too busy getting this podcast set up to know I needed to do this 2 hours ago.
Now it's coming Q4 2023.
It's going to say that eventually. In not gaming news, I don't know if you guys saw Conor McGregor's leg spaghettified.
Spiral fracture, right?
Yeah.
He skipped leg day.
He did not skip leg day. He got fucking kicked in
He had bonitis.
Yeah, he got kicked in his bone.
He didn't drink
damn
enough milk.
hard.
Not
Yeah.
enough milk.
Yeah, that was fucking brutal to look at. My
that
favorite
was
meme is
nasty.
the one that's got the Karate Kid guy that says "sweep the leg."
Yeah, that was very nasty.
Pretty
And,
gross.
he will only return in 2022. At the same time, we'll get the Steam Deck.
He's actually gonna debut with a Steam Deck.
Yeah. He'll say, I managed to reserve it, you fuckers.
You fuckers.
That was an
Interesting.
amazing Conor McGregor impression. Just want to pause
It was
and
the
say
worst
so.
impression ever.
No,
I'm so bad at
you
the
did a good
impressions.
job. You did a good job.
Yeah, I
You
sure
a good
did,
job.
but no.
You did a great
You'll do
job.
nothing.
Hackers begin leaking stolen data after Vice refuses them to... What? Please explain that. Your English isn't great.
Yeah, no, it's really like that. The hackers tried to get Vice to basically blackmail EA just so they could, I don't know, gain some profit from that. And EA the Vice was like, no, we don't do that. And they're like, okay, let's begin the massive leakage of EA stuff.
Is this the FIFA hack, or
Yeah,
is this
the
more than
FIFA
that?
and Frostbite engine
Okay.
and whatever else they have in those 700 gigabytes of data.
Lovely.
It's getting nasty. Very
Yeah.
nasty.
Well, good for Vice. I'm glad they didn't do that.
Yeah,
for 'em.
they
you don't.
don't,
You can't negotiate with terrorists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just can't do
That's
it.
someone else's property. They shouldn't play with it.
Resident Evil Village stuttering issue. It's caused by their DRM. That's
Yeah, a modder like modded out the lag and said why it was lagging.
right. They're like, we're really worried about you stealing our products. Instead, they made the game run like shit.
Yeah, DRM sucks. Especially when it's de novo.
Not great. Not
Not
great,
great.
guys. And last but not least, we've been waiting to talk about this the whole episode. Is the season of Loki that just finished up? I think that was definitely the best Marvel show of the three that were out, and I really did like WandaVision and Captain America, whatever it was called, Falcon.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier, yeah. Ooh, reserve now. It's up. There we go.
Get it.
Purchase for myself. It only took like 1,800 refreshes.
But yeah, I think Loki was very, very good. I
Oh,
just
man.
didn't like how sometimes they dragged a little bit, especially at the last episodes. They tried to drag a little bit just to fit in some hours or some minutes, actually. But it was good.
I
really
would
enjoyed
rather
it.
them drag and fill the time than just cutting it quick like Game of Thrones did,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the dragging was a bit too much in some episodes, especially the last one.
No.
But
And
it's-
then the
it was
end
a
of that
very good
episode
build-up.
almost made me cry.
Almost.
Yeah.
Out of your wiener.
No, I did that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't almost
Okay.
cry out of my wiener. I literally cried out of my wiener.
Yeah.
No. Just the very end when Loki ran over and saw Mobius. The interaction there was very sad, which is very telling for a 6-episode show that we had that much invested in two people's relationship. It's pretty good.
He really loves himself.
Sure does. But we've always known that, right? Loki does love himself. So the fact that he physically loves himself in this show was amazing. But, Tom Hiddleston's always been very good as the Loki character. I just don't think he got a whole ton of time to show it. This time he really got a lot of time to show it. Just a great actor, great show. And
Love Mr. Fiddlesticks.
in comes the multiverse.
Doctor Strange. It will be a very, very good movie, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The multiverse is here, everybody.
Maybe we'll get Iron Man back.
Maybe it'll be a different Iron Man. It could be anybody. It's a multiverse. Iron Man could be his father.
Whoa.
Think about it.
Well, that would be interesting.
If Loki is a female in a different timeline, who knows? You could have Captain America fighting Captain America.
There are so many endless possibilities. It's like
Maybe
injustice. for
in
Marvel.
another timeline, the Nazis won. And
No.
there will be Captain Germany.
No.
So many possibilities.
Just saying. I do like the alternate timeline stuff. In fact, I just finished the second season of For All Mankind on Apple TV Plus. Great show. It's like a revisionist history show if Russia landed on the moon first, and how the space race would have gone in the 70s and 80s if we had lost the space race to the moon. It would have given us a reason to put a manned base on the moon and all that stuff. So it's a pretty cool show. I do like to see people's thoughts about how things would have gone if little things were different. Not really a little thing. That's a big thing. But
And when big franchises try to do these multiverse story arcs. It really gets interesting. Like they've done it with Mortal Kombat, it was great. They've done it with Injustice for the DC, it was great. So
Do you think Miles Morales is going to be in the Spider-Man movie?
Yeah. Why not?
maybe.
They've got all these other
I would
Spideys there.
totally like that.
Yeah, they've got all these other Spider-Men there.
They just recently debuted in the comics a new outfit for Miles Morales, and people love it.
See?
Yeah.
He's the new guy. Nobody cares about PP anymore.
Marty's asking,
We
are
want
you guys
MM.
looking forward to John Wick 4?
I would rather see Nobody 2. I thought Nobody was awesome. Stupid, but awesome. That's what I think.
I think John Wick 4 is probably going to be more of the same, but it's still that fast-paced action that people really like. I personally like it.
Yeah, no, I like them. It just got stale.
Yeah.
Whereas
Maybe
nobody
Somebody
took the
will kill his
same-
dog again.
Right. Nobody took the same similar premise, but with a schlub and made him into a badass. I like that. You obviously didn't see Nobody yet, did you, Pedro?
I didn't.
Yeah, you should watch it. I don't know if you can. You probably have to pirate it. I don't know. Look for.
I can,
for Nobody.
I can get
It's made
everything.
by. It's made by the John Wick people, and it's very similar.
Nobody. Okay.
It stars Bob Odenkirk, who is not known for his action prowess, but he did a really good job. He was in pretty good shape for this movie. That reminds me, I need to watch The Tomorrow War. I hear it's not great, but I would like to see J.K. Simmons all ripped up and shredded. He's supposedly shredded as hell.
Yeah. That was like a couple of years ago. He started getting shredded.
Yeah. I mean, he in the Postal movie, he was not shredded. He was shredded to pieces, literally, in the 2 scenes he was in the Postal movie. That's right. Postal had J.K. Simmons in it, in case you didn't know. That's how good of a movie the Postal movie was.
The masterpiece.
David Huddleston and J.K. Simmons. They're amazing. Vern Troyer and Jackie Tone from Glow. I can't believe they got all these people in the same movie.
It's just a really good movie, and you guys should buy it.
Yeah, literally, the Big Lebowski is in the Postal movie.
Yeah.
He is. I don't know. If you guys haven't seen it, you should see it. It's watchable when you're high.
Nah, I've heard of it.
It's watchable when you're high. Anyway, I think we're out of topics. So that was a good number 42, boys. I had a good time here today. Didn't know what we were going to talk about. I got my Steam Deck reserved for Q2
You decked up.
2022. Think about
Which
that.
one? Which version?
I did obviously the highest end one. I'm not.
Of course.
Am I no bitch? Hell Skull. Actually, yes, I have seen every episode of Cobra Kai, and I fucking love it. As cheesy as it is, that is one of those shows that I can like watch while I'm walking on a treadmill or running, and it entertains me endlessly. It's got the feels. I don't know. I really did like it. Do you guys watch Cobra Kai at all?
I really want to watch it.
It is
Same.
definitely worth the time.
I
Like,
keep telling myself I got to watch The Karate Kid again.
you do
first.
not. You absolutely do not.
Well,
It
but
does.
I want to.
Well, you could, but it does enough
They have flashbacks,
memory.
don't
Yeah,
they?
there's plenty of flashbacks, expose stuff that, like, if you saw the movies, it would give you feels. If you've seen them recently, it may make you go, "Oh yeah," but
So it's
you don't
like
need to.
almost a standalone, right?
Yeah, it does stand up on its own. Like, I'm sure my wife would have no problem watching it, seeing as she's never seen a Karate Kid movie. But it is cooler. I actually like that I haven't seen any of those movies recently, and you watch that and you see these flashbacks and you're like, oh, like I remember that from when I was 6. And I don't know, it was pretty cool. The kid actors are all terrible, but then again, so were they in the movie. So it's like, it's pretty, it's actually like just a really well done, like 80s style show that doesn't take place in the 80s. So I think it's all on Netflix now, right? They bought it from YouTube TV. So yeah, sit down. You'll start, and I promise you will finish that show very quickly. Like there's 8 episodes a season, I think, and I just ripped through them. It's really good.
A lot of things to watch.
You know, you
Time.
watch that and you're like, Johnny did nothing wrong. Okay, Johnny was just an innocent victim to Mr. Crease's horrible ways. So anyway, yeah, that's our episode for the day. Episode number 42, out of the way. Thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Yaffe, and thanks everybody that listened live, and thanks everybody who listened to this later on your favorite podcast app. Remember, subscribe to our other YouTube channel, I Regret Nothing Podcast. Get on Steam, buy Postal 4, tell your friends, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.